Is Thanos joining the DCU? Hey, how's it going, Retcon fam? I am your boy Trey, and this is Retcon. So we got some major news today regarding one Josh Brolin. On yesterday, there was some news kind of going around where Josh was explaining why he did not take the role of Hal Jordan in the DCU. And he kind of just said it didn't work out, but he hinted that there may be a future for him in the DCU. Well, today we found an interesting article over at superherohype.com that reads as such: Josh Brolin could still appear in the DCU, shares Darkseid fan art. After reportedly renewing talks with DC Studios over a role in the DC Universe, Josh Brolin has shared a piece of Boss Logic art imagining himself as his character Thanos as the DC supervillain Darkseid. DC Studios has seemingly been trying to get Brolin attached to its DCU since last year. The actor was initially offered the role of Hal Jordan slash Green Lantern in the forthcoming HBO series Lanterns. However, the actor passed on the casting opportunity, with Kyle Chandler later joining the production as the fan favorite Green Lantern opposite Aaron Pierre as John Stewart. Amid the reports that Brolin and DC are still in talks, artist Boss Logic shared a piece on social media imagining Brolin's Thanos, a role he played in multiple Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, as Darkseid. The DC supervillain was originally intended to play a major role in the former DC Extended Universe under the Zack Snyder era. The rumor whispers going around is that Josh Brolin is still in talks for something big in the DCU. Josh and DC have the biggest opportunity to do the funniest thing. Boss Logic captured in the artwork, which he posted on X and Instagram. Brolin subsequently reshared the post on his Instagram story, which fans have taken to mean that the actor is indeed still in talks with DC Studios. Now, when he was first in the news uh, about possibly becoming Hal Jordan in the DCU, I was really excited. I thought that he would make an excellent aging Hal Jordan. He obviously has the acting chops. He's been Thanos, obviously, in the MCU. He was also Cable in Deadpool. You know, there was a line in Deadpool and Wolverine where Deadpool says that Cable wasn't in the movie because it didn't test well. And so he's really made his mark, really, in the comic book movie world. And I was really excited about the possibility of him being said Green Lantern. Now, with this, if indeed he is playing Darkseid, well, let's first talk about the things that would be awesome. One, Josh Brolin would be just flat out awesome. He's one heck of an actor. I remember when I was a kid watching Goonies for the first time, and Josh Brolin was in that movie all the way up into movies like Sicario. Obviously, we talked about the movies in the MCU. He's been in American Gangster alongside Denzel Washington. There's some really cool stories if you search on YouTube that he's talking about his time filming that movie. Saying all that to say he's a great actor. So we know that the character of Darkseid would be in great hands. Now, the downside. As a fan of DC in general, comics, the animated universe that was in the animated movies that came out, the animated universe that was on TV that included Batman the animated series, Superman the animated series, Justice League Ultimate, Batman Beyond. I've been a fan of DC for as long as I can remember. I'm a huge Batman fan. I am the resident DC fanboy. Um, my hope is that James Gunn, Peter Safran, the DCU, that they would separate themselves from what the MCU has already done. You know, James Gunn has talked about how he wants his DCU to differ from the MCU. This seems like a step in the opposite direction to me. Would I love to see Josh Brolin in the DCU? Absolutely. Would it be as Darkseid? Probably not, even though I know it would be good. So maybe it's just, the fan in me just does not want the DCU to resemble at all the MCU. And what do you do? Because I'm sure it's going to be motion capture. James Gunn does a lot of practical effects and makeup and those things. And so I don't know how. From what I know, Josh Brolin isn't the tallest fella. So I don't know how that would translate uh, putting makeup on him. I think of Oscar Isaac when he was when he was Apocalypse in the X-Men films, and he just never had the stature that you would want a character like that to have. Now, we do know that um, Thanos is derivative, right? He is inspired by the dark side character. And so, obviously, what Zack Snyder did in his version of the DCEU, I was really excited about the possibility of what would come from that dark side. Now that we're not going to get that, obviously, we want to see what it would look like nowadays. It's just, do I want Josh Brolin to play him? Tell us what you think in the comments below. Do you think would be a good casting choice, or do you want DC to take Josh Brolin, still bring him into the DCU, just in a different capacity, a different role, a different character? If you have not, as we always ask, please like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell so you know when we here at Retcon Comics put up a brand new video. And if you're enjoying what you see here, please let us know. With that being said, see you next time.